Right, guys, we are back with another episode of the Otaku Summit. I've returned this round. I just want to say thank you to you guys. You held it down last week. Y'all a funny set of individuals, especially with the never too young. Y'all got problems. I that much I can't leave y'all alone to do it. Like y'all have problems. Like y'all have issues. Like I things y'all is talk about unprovoked is killing me. Especially Vicky. Especially,
Uh,
especially
Wait, Vicky just have a funny face. I don't know if you just,
bro,
you know.
listen.
yeah.
Listen. Listen. That face is not only funny, that face is mischievous and devious.
Oh, I know. I
Oh,
know her
see,
very
okay,
well. I know her very well.
all right. We gotta do all of that. We gotta do all of that. But I am one fourth of your host of the Otaku Summit, Kuma, along here with April, Viquel, and Omar, aka and only aka to himself, Bruce Wayne.
Not
As
recognized.
as he like to refer. I know,
Oh
Not
yeah.
recognized.
He trying to be the dark. He trying to be the darkness. Yeah, I understand. He didn't want us to see his face.
Y'all
And
see me?
you see, and we are here today with some very special guests. Bay Entertainment,
Man,
individually known as L and Davaughn.
thank you,
How are
thank you,
you
thank you.
guys doing? What's
Doing
up?
pretty
Hi,
good,
how are
man.
you?
Pretty good.
Man,
Right
happy to
in.
We
have
good,
you.
man. Glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
Come to talk
Glad to
that
be
talk.
here. We
Come to
like
talk.
anime. We
Come to talk
like
that
We come.
talk.
ignorance.
We come to
And it
talk.
seems to be a
Funny
great
enough,
place for
let me
both.
tell you, and I don't know why Omar thinks this, but Omar thinks that I brought you guys here today to gang him. When it's really not that.
Yang.
Nah,
Exactly. That's the same thing I said. Like it's
nah.
not that.
Yang.
Like he thinks this is because
From what Kuma tell me, I'm coming for your backup. I ain't gonna lie.
that's why I said
Oh,
he'd be surprised.
oh,
Like
oh,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
wow.
you
yeah.
guys are very big One Piece fans.
I'm a
Um
huge One Piece fan.
and
Oh, wow.
just to give some context to the listeners and the viewers,
Mm,
me and Omar have been having, well, as you can tell from through some episodes, a bit of the debate in
mm.
regards to
Hmm.
X Hunter and One Piece.
Yeah.
Now, of course, as you guys can guess up to this point on the pod from listening, Omar is an extreme Hunter X Hunter fan. He preaches the sermon
Mhm.
anytime he gets. He lives in the church of Tugashi,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
and I am of the belief. Yes, peak shonen, peak is in
Yeah.
his word.
Can't forget that.
But
Can't forget that.
I love Hunter, but I am just of the opinion. I need to see more. I need to see where it goes. I need to see how it continues. I need to see how it progresses. Because now to stack it up against something like One Piece, and this is what I said, and this is my argument,
Hmm.
you have to give Oda his props because he has been doing this consistently for years.
Very
We
true.
got week, world building, and delivering a quality story.
Hmm.
So if you're going to
Okay.
do that, if you're going to say this leaps and bounds over One Piece, and they're saying I just need to see more. But before we
Okay.
get there, before we get there, look, he's ready. Look at him. Look at him. He have a show.
That's fair.
He
Yeah,
done
he done put his
done.
phone
He done,
down.
listen to me. He done have
He done put his phone
dance and
down.
everything. Over there looking like L. I don't know. Well, L from Death Note, not L, but L looking like L down too. But it's like I see. But before we get there, Anime Expo is happening right now at this very moment as we speak. There are
Oh, yeah.
PNG
That's
waves and otakus everywhere going insane, and I understand why. Because we got some amazing news out of this year's Anime Expo. We are living in arguably the best era for anime.
I
Like
agree.
there's no perfect time
Easily.
in anime
Wholeheartedly.
yeah.
Easily.
than it is right now.
I'm happy to be alive at this time.
Is what I'm saying. Like
Damn.
it's
I'd hate to be a caveman. I'd hate to be a caveman.
why why the face? Say it again, Vicky. I was going to ask you why the face. But see,
Just
that's
free
the
time.
funny
That's
part
that's
about
that's
it.
that's free time.
That's
Mm.
the funny part about. I'm glad you said that, Vicky, because it's like
They bringing that
everyone
era back.
anime community and the anime industry was like, you know what? that era when we were in high school, in junior high school, it's like we need to bring that back.
For
I
sure.
think it
That
just
there was
exactly
something.
where it
Yeah.
was.
There was something there. Don't because it's
My
like
personal opinion is
Trigun is.
that leave it where it was.
Uh-huh.
Let people go watch the original Sauce. My opinion.
But here's my thing too.
See, right? I
Go ahead,
yeah.
Mom. Go ahead.
That's what.
Are we about
No,
to start
I was gonna say my thing to that is too is
argument?
no, not even just try, not even Trigun. But I feel
See,
like I personally
if
feel
you
like
want to go there, we could go because, like, anyways, say what you gotta say, Jamal. Say what you
not just
gotta
gonna
say.
say like I feel like personally there are some animes from back then that didn't get proper adaptations or just not done right
Mm-hmm.
or got
I feel
proper
you.
endings to them. So that's why for certain things like say
Exactly.
example like Reborn coming
Those
back.
are certain things like that. That's fine. Bring
Yeah,
it
that's
back
what I'm
to
saying.
their
Like
attention and
Reborn,
correct
I
their
like that
mistakes.
that's coming back
But things
because it never got a proper ending. We never got to see it. So like I would like to see other animes like that where like say a Dead Man Wonderland. Like
oh
Oh
it was
yes,
yeah,
never
they could
done
bring
right.
that.
We
They
good
could
stuff
never
bring
like
got
that
a
that.
proper
concept
ending to
back.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's like
And
I
I
can
enjoyed
appreciate
watching
them
that too.
looking back at older stuff and saying, "Hey, let's give it a new touch." Now, Trigun, I think just they just looked at it and
Things
said, "Hey, Trigun's a movement," and it's like but Trigun seems to be like it's going to be a remake. They're focusing on a different. The focus on it is going to be different than it was for the original. So I appreciate that a bit, but it's still good to have
I
certain
thought it
things
was
back.
perfectly
Yeah,
fine the way
It
it
was.
was. Also, I just
It
felt
was. Frank,
for those
I but
I just watched
try.
Trigon. I think like either end last year, early this year. So for me, that is perfectly fine the way it was. There wasn't a need to bring it back, but they did. I'm still gonna watch it because I
I
watched the original, so I'm gonna watch this one either way. But that was
see.
just my opinion.
Okay.
that's all right.
And
All right. See, the
I get what CJ
justification
was
for this
saying in
Trigun
regards
anime, though,
to
Vicky.
What's the justification?
No, finish what you say. Finish what you say.
let's have this balloony. Oh, I agree with
Lamar,
CJ when
What
he said
Lamar,
baloney? Okay.
that they
Say
like how they
baloney.
Okay.
changed
Okay.
how they
All right.
changed Ash
First of all,
appearance.
Well, no, they
I
didn't
hear
just.
what you're saying in regards to the original Trigun anime being
Wait, hold on. They
quote unquote perfect,
changed. They
but they changed the ending of it. It's
Yeah, they did.
not the ending wasn't accurate to the manga. What I've gathered from the
Oh
panel
no,
that
it
they had at
wasn't.
Anime
It wasn't.
Expo is that they following the series closely with the manga this time, and instead of going the route that they did with the first anime, they're going to focus more on the characters, basically show why and how they came where they are,
Yeah,
and then they can continue the story like that. So in a case like this, when they actually trying to give more respect to the source material instead of doing their own thing, I perfectly fine with that.
Yawn.
Now, the only thing the old ass complain about
so
is that
oh
they
man,
changed Bart hairstyle. His hairstyle don't look as cool as it
But
did in
the
the
yeah,
thing
it
in the
didn't. It
is,
didn't.
original
It
one.
didn't. That's
Yada
fine.
yada
That's
the
fine.
yada.
thing is,
But that's just cosmetics, mate.
Huh?
I didn't see that much people complaining about how it did not stick to the source material. So why do we have to dig that back up to correct it now?
A
It was
lot of
quite
people
fine
did.
the way
It's
it
just
was.
that
I didn't
Trigun is
see
one
much
of those
people.
classic anime that people was just like, oh, we could overlook this or whatever. But
I think
I
some
mean,
animes do
where
deserve like that.
I've seen a lot of manga readers say that they mess up the ending for Trigun because
here's
it's not accurate to the manga.
I feel like it's the
Did
Was
same
an
way
anime.
with.
they said complain?
Was an anime. It
It
was
was an
anime
anime
only.
original
It was
ending.
anime original ending.
Yeah, it was an anime
Tokyo Ghoul,
original
I
ending.
could see, because they jacked the story right off. But so Tokyo Ghoul is an example where they could have.
Milo.
But Tokyo Ghoul is still kind of new, so it's like this. But I feel
Yeah.
like it's
Exactly.
like this.
People
It's
still
like
like
this
that
in a way,
first Tokyo
right?
Ghoul anime.
They
I
still
feel
like the
sure.
first one, but the
Yeah.
other ones
Yeah, the
after
second.
that, much people
There's
didn't
garbage.
like.
The
Garbage.
first one
Well,
The
wasn't
no,
first
accurate
one,
either.
no.
They
Yeah, hot dog water.
Yeah.
Rest of them is garbage.
It was better than what they did for season 2 and season 3, because
It was.
that time skip
you
between
Yeah.
season 2 and
you
3.
right. Yeah, that's because from conception they messed up that with that whole Rude. They from conception that was messing everything up. So that didn't have a chance at all. And then they tried to fix it with the third one, but it was already too late.
Garbage.
So
Garbage.
Hot sauce, hot garbage, hot
Yeah.
garbage.
yeah,
Truly.
I love
Yeah.
and they messed it up. But how I view it though is like it's like this. It's like with Full Metal Alchemist. We all love the first Full Metal Alchemist, and then we got Brotherhood, and then
Yeah.
we realized there were flaws with the Full Metal. So I think
exactly.
it's like that in the vein where we did love the source material, the first one we got originally, but we just didn't know. So then when we get it, it's like,
Exactly.
okay. So now everyone's like,
Exactly.
watch Brotherhood and don't watch the first one.
Because when the
But
first
but
Full
originally
Alchemist
we
was
love
over,
the
the
first
manga
Metal
was still
Alchemist.
going.
You know? Yeah, we
Yeah.
love the first
Yeah.
Metal Alchemist. That's the thing. So I think it's kind of like that in a way, in
When
a
this
sense.
doesn't come out, it better be everything underneath the sun and better off. That's all I gotta say.
I will say,
That's all I gotta
I
say.
will
I
say,
know, like I tell CJ, Studio Orange don't miss. Them niggas don't miss.
well, I gotta speak for the anime because I don't think I've watched much of the anime, but I will commend them though because their CGI actually looks like something I would want to watch. Usually, when it comes to animes that are in full CGI, I'm a bit turned off from it.
I'm
Like
completely
I'm
turned
like,
off most times.
Yeah.
say it again. What do you say, Devon?
I'm completely
most
turned
cases.
off at most times. In most
In most
cases,
cases.
I just
About
hate it.
CGI?
I think
Okay.
the
Yeah.
one
That's just
instance
skip.
The
the
It's
one
just a
instance of
skip.
an anime like that I actually did enjoy was Ruby. I think that was the only time I was ever okay.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say Ruby.
Yeah.
I could not watch Ruby because of
Because
that.
animation?
I
I
no.
don't I
I
don't
I think
wanted.
it fit
understand
there.
that.
I
Dude.
can.
I
I can
only
get it.
watched
Yeah.
one or two clips.
I think
and
it
No,
then
really
listen,
I
fit
I
there
did.
though.
I just
I
couldn't.
feel you on the
Now that
fitting, but I couldn't do it.
they've redone it in a more traditional anime form, I was like, okay, I can watch it and I like it. But I just couldn't. I honestly, I just couldn't get past the animation. It was
I'm
too.
50.
Yeah, no, I feel
I
you on
even
that. I
went
normally
back
hate that across the
to watch.
board.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Sorry, Al, what did you say?
No, I was saying I normally agree with you. I hate it across the board. That was just the one exception to
Oh,
that
okay. But what I'm saying, like that's one of my main like examples. Like even after I
Mhm.
watched the new one, I went
time.
and said, okay, let me try and look at the original. And I was like, nope, nope,
Yeah. I couldn't do it at all. I
nope.
watched one or two clips. I said, no, I
I'm,
can't do this.
I
I'm gonna
think I
watch.
only
I'm
Can't
watching
do it.
that.
like up to the first arc or so, and then I was like,
Yeah,
We make
I
it that
don't.
far.
I
I'm
still
surprised.
like
that's what I'm
this.
saying.
Like,
Like
yeah,
I couldn't. Even with this new
because I like the creator. Because like I don't like. Because again,
uh,
I will
yeah,
always
What it is.
I will
Yeah, yeah,
always
yeah.
praise like before he did Ruby, he did like this fan series on YouTube called Dead Fantasy. I suggest
Mm.
y'all watch that if y'all know what the hell Dead
Yeah, honestly.
Fantasy is.
I'll put
Yeah,
that in
like
my
he
All right.
basically did like a huge battle royale between Final Fantasy characters and I think Dead or Alive characters. I think that's where the other game is from. But then they had this huge war, and then you just had like these gauntlet fights against like each characters and stuff and whatnot. And he animated like most of it. I was like, yeah. And then I heard that he was doing a series. That's how I checked out Ruby because of that.
That's understandable then. So from your
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
standpoint,
that.
I
But then
surprised you watched it, but you're lying a lie. I really
this,
surprised you
me
watched
too.
that.
Like I'm shocked.
I know you. I know you don't really like
Yeah.
CGI stuff. I surprised you watched that.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know what it was about it.
The thing is,
I guess I was
it
just
looks
looking for something
interesting.
different.
Yeah.
The storyline seems fun. Like, and
It is. It
I always
is.
heard good things about it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't.
It's just like a
Enough,
season.
funny
It's not
enough,
pleasing on the eyes. It's not pleasing on the eyes.
that
No,
used to be
no.
my thing with One Piece
What?
early on. Yeah,
I can
You
see
I
didn't
that.
like the art style?
no,
What? You didn't like the art style?
no, for real. I looked at us like I don't know
I'm
about this
surprised.
art style, but no. But then I
Really?
watched it and I was like, oh wait, okay, I can get. It was fun enough. It was a fun enough watch to where I could get past that early art style. That
Uh,
really
Mhm.
early art style. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do
Leroy,
this.
being someone who just watched it recent, I guess he could agree to some extent, especially
Yeah,
watching
no,
it.
the
because
thing is with me, I love closer to the '90s aesthetic.
No, I
Aesthetically,
agree.
that will always be top tier for me. So
Same.
when I
me
first
too.
Them
But it was
new
just
art
something
show
about
days.
got into One
that.
Piece,
Yeah, it
when
was
I
just something
first
about
got into One Piece, seeing where it's at right now, and then starting it from legit the very first,
that.
I was like, I could kind of fuck with this. It's a little nostalgic. The story kind of fun. It's enjoyable. So I could ride through this. This ain't too bad. And then the story hooked me, and I didn't give a fuck what happened. I just knew it
No,
was great.
I
Yeah, I was like,
wholeheartedly.
I can I can get past this. I can
Yeah.
get
That's
past
the
this.
whole
hey.
Yu Yu Hakusho kind of feel.
Yeah.
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 Oh man,
That's in
Yu
my
Yu
top
Hakusho
5,
is
by the
good.
way. Yu Yu Hakusho is in my
Yu Yu
top 5.
Hakusho.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
That's why I
See,
don't
that's
want a remake for Yu Yu Hakusho. It
I
it
don't need
holds
one.
up
No,
Oh,
they
perfectly
need
Yeah,
one.
I
fine.
They need
think
a
I think
remake.
I
I,
think Yu Yu Hakusho
I'm,
Yu Yu
Leave it there.
Hakusho is fine how it is.
but no,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yu Yu
need
Hakusho at the end, like it followed the manga. It don't really need a continuation. But some people
Yeah.
do. Like
Uh,
there are fans who want Yu Yu Hakusho to come back.
No, I
But
good.
but no, it's good.
It
what do
don't
they
need a
want?
No,
What
remake.
do
yeah,
they want?
That's
I'm
fine.
I'm glad
They
you
want a
mentioned
Perfectly
that.
some
fine.
things need to stay where they need to stay in their
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
What happened, Vicky?
This is what I just was saying.
Look at she's like,
Yu Yu
wow.
Hakusho did not have the same
He
problem
did
as
it. He did it
Trigun had,
right.
Vicky. It
I'm
was
Because
just
yeah,
accurate to
we
the
saying
talk
manga.
about
some
certain
things,
shows that
Through
have
some
and
things
through.
just needs to stay in the era that it came out because
I
it
am
just
sure.
has like a nostalgia feel to it. Don't bring
Christine?
it
But
back
it never
now
finished,
and then
Vicky.
poof.
It never finished.
that's
Yu Yu
like
Hakusho was finished in its entirety. Properly,
Yeah.
Rich.
too.
What is
Oh,
the
quick question. How y'all felt about the ending of that though? For Yu Yu
New York
Hakusho?
show?
One of
Yeah,
the best endings in Shonen. Like,
It was. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that Togashi did not make Yusuke be the strongest character in the end, yada, yada, yada. And
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
feel you on that.
love,
Spoilers for those who haven't watched it yet. You gotta do the little
If
bro,
spoiler
you
you ain't
warning.
watching
If
Yu
you ain't
Hakusho
watched it
yet?
yet,
What
you
you
don't
hold
watch
on,
doing,
it.
wait a minute.
Vicky?
We need
What
to
are
You
you
don't
start
watch
doing?
it.
putting rules and regulations onto this. If a certain thing has been out for a certain later time, it cannot be considered
Yeah.
spoilers.
If the show
It means
Yeah.
that
ended
you
before
have
if the
not done your
show
due diligence.
if the show
Like
ended
like
before half the viewers born, I think it's fair game.
Yeah,
It's
like
Yeah,
my
fair game.
yeah.
spoiler
I think so.
my
It's fair
spoiler thing
game.
is like
I'm
14 days
sorry. It's like,
afterwards. Is after if it's been up for like 2 weeks, then
Say 2
it's fair
weeks,
game.
Ah, yeah, but
savage.
no 2 weeks.
Yeah.
well, man,
Savage. Say 2 weeks.
Cold.
Different.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
see,
Cold.
different.
nah, forget
Savage.
that. But
Right now, I still in the end of Naruto. Some people ain't finished Naruto yet. I
I
see
That
know
on
people
some
running
them.
people
my mouth.
just
What?
That
started
on them.
Naruto.
I
That
don't
on
know
People
them.
how.
in finished
No
Naruto.
That on
man.
I
them.
don't
Some
know
people just
how.
started Naruto.
That's
That's the
completely
thing.
on them.
That's the
I
thing.
only know one person who ain't seen Naruto yet, and he say he was
Yeah.
going to start this month.
Oh, okay.
How?
I
I don't
didn't.
understand. That was like a gateway drug for me, bro. Like that.
I think it was a
Timmy
game.
Benjamin. Timmy,
I know.
Timmy, Timmy ain't
I know.
watching yet.
Yeah.
I know you meant. I know you
My
meant. But
What?
my nephew is currently watching Naruto,
see that? But see, that's your
and
nephew.
he's watching it in subs. It's shocked to me.
Amen.
Mm. Right?
Amen.
Why does that
He's a
shock
good
you?
man.
I
He's
feel like
like
we all
he's
watch
like,
dub and then gradually move on to subs though.
and he
What,
he
what,
Yeah.
never
what was
watched
your
dub.
first?
Because
What was your first
I
sub?
think like
He went
I
straight
think
to
we
subs.
start watching subs when we started pirating.
Once we
I think
figure out
that's
what
Yeah,
the
when
internet
one of
can
the
do,
first
that's when
subs
we
Right?
from
No,
that's when
exactly.
everyone
from
get into
Once
pirating.
YouTube
Japanese.
came around and they had
Yes,
all the episodes like
Yep.
broken up in like 10 parts, it's like yo,
Mm,
I
you
know.
can watch.
mm,
You
learn
can watch
Japanese quick.
Definitely,
That,
bro.
that's what shocked
I
me
know,
because
right?
he hasn't watched any dubs. He went straight into subs, and then he's like
What?
That's
six,
evolution.
7 years old. So it's like,
No,
oh,
he advanced.
Boy,
That's
I
an advanced
because
young
like
man.
no, because
That's
that's
advanced
real
Aki.
evolution.
so that's how this generation is now. Like
You gotta
they're
learn.
they jump right
so
in.
privileged to like just get it right there in front of them.
Yep.
oh yeah,
Maybe
I
at the
need
That's
Yeah.
true
to.
too.
That's
That's
exactly
true
what it
too.
is.
to
We have
find
to
it.
work.
They
We have
don't
to
know
work
this
to get
nigga.
our subs.
I
I
remember I
get
did
to
that
my
right
We
now.
Crunchyroll
have
account.
to
I gave them
work,
my
man.
Crunchyroll account, so they're watching it on Crunchyroll, so I could see how far he is.
No, they blessed. I remember when
See,
Shippuden came
listen,
out, and I was like, oh,
Mm.
50, 60 episodes done out. I'm like,
man.
damn, I didn't even know.
Me too. That's what I was saying.
I was
Like,
like,
it's like
damn,
me,
okay.
Boy,
like episodes
And I
out.
started watching, I was like, okay, this in Japanese, okay. And I just fall in love with it from there. I was like, hey, let's get it. Let's go.
man, these young kids
Yeah.
don't know the thrill of hunting down a site after your last one
No.
gets shut down.
Bro.
Yeah.
They don't understand, man.
Way.
Not even that.
They
They
don't
don't know the
And you,
thrill
like
of being on
don't
YouTube having
forget
to
the
find
days of LimeWire and
all the
Casa.
parts from one
Yeah.
anime to just to finish watch the one episode. Then somewhere being in Spanish and some.
Oh, yes, I
I
hate
know.
that.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
hey, you download 5 copies because you know at least 3 of them fake.
Yep.
Facts.
Oh, listen,
Facts.
Yeah.
You know one of
listen.
them gotta be
Download
fake.
roulette. Download roulette.
I
Is it the app? Is it the episode you want? Is it a different show? Is it porn? We will find out when you open
never
it.
know.
Oh, I'm telling you. Hey,
After
hey,
part of the trip.
Or is it a virus? Who knows?
my computer started doing all kinds of things around that time.
Boy,
I
wow. We
remember
really
when
used to be
Castle
skinning the
Lord, the
internet, you
days of
know. That's
Castle.
crazy.
We did. We did. We
My
did.
computer's
Yeah.
But on more of the anime and expo news, and I say this is the perfect segue because since we were talking about animes long distant past that we thought never were coming back, Pani and Stalking and Garabelle.
I
For
know.
those who are very positive, this was a very big shock to me. 'Cause that I don't know where Studio Trigger come from. I don't know where Studio Trigger pulled this from. But all I scroll on the internet, Pani and Stalking season 2. What do you mean season 2?
I was
I
like,
I
thought
have
this,
a confession to make.
huh?
I've never
I
seen
love
Patty and
Panty and
I
Stalking.
knew you could say
Stalking.
this.
So
I know you
what?
could
And you
say this.
see, he's
Go
so
watch
I
quiet.
that.
know you
Go
could say
watch
this.
that.
Hey, me and you
Go
both, right?
watch that
I
shit.
cried for
Go
a
watch
reason.
it.
Studio
I mean,
Go
Trigger.
watch
okay.
Panty and Stalking. That's your
Tree for
homework
tree.
tonight.
I know it.
True, you know.
I
Nick, you
haven't
wanna
watched it,
Nick,
but
you wanna
I
add
have
to
it
it?
on
All
my
right,
I
there
have
it
it on my
is.
What?
list. I can't
But
remember
it's really
who
good.
Panty
recommended
and
it to me.
Stalking was
It's
shit,
like
man.
one of
Let me try it.
those slapstick fun.
It
Fun.
looked like it looked like Puffy Amiyumi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in that slapstick vein because
Yeah.
I don't
Studio
think.
Trigger is also Kill la Kill.
Oh, that makes
Okay.
sense now. Now that you say it.
Listen,
Right,
that's
you
Okay.
can see
that's
that the art style.
listen.
Yeah, it has a lot of that. It's very
Panty
raunchy.
and Stalking
How much
It's
episode?
sprawl
very
so
raunchy.
that Kill could run.
No, for real. No, for real. No, legit.
Panty and
Yeah.
Stalking was like probably
Legit.
like the blueprint for where all the
Legit.
inspiration for Kill La Kill.
I ain't talking with
You cannot
Gardabelle. No,
say
like for real.
that
It's like
Kill and
13.
Kill.
It's 13 episodes. It really
Thirteen?
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Okay.
really is.
I can try one out.
Because especially how Panty and Stalking ended, how that like I'm not gonna spoil because y'all guys are gonna that's your homework to go watch that. Like
Yeah.
that ended on such a oh my god moment,
I mean, following the
and then
rules
we
and
never any
regulations,
resolution
it's
from
not a
that.
spoiler at this. It's not a spoiler at this point because it's like. But yeah, that's why I
That
watched
is
Oh
it.
true.
my.
Okay, because like when Stalking killed like Stalking sliced up Panty, and then and then she just
Hey,
walk off,
when
and
y'all
then we were
say
just
these
left
names,
with that.
Yes,
these names
listen,
are hilarious.
it's hilarious and fun,
Slice up
and
panty.
Yes.
it's one of those animes like when you start watching it, you will not stop. I guarantee you.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's only
Okay.
13 episodes. I mean, I'll give it a try. I'll
Okay.
give it a try.
Because I still remember, like the first time, like when they like got the, like transformed their weapons, like how Pansy just took down her panty and like she
This
just threw
Wow.
name
her gun.
sending me this. This
It's
name
Wow.
is
Hold on. So
actually
it's
sending
is
me.
it's a
hold on.
raw. It's raunchy.
Is this like
And it's,
close combat like Kill la Kill?
yes. So
Yeah,
Bonnie uses guns and Stalking uses sword to fight.
blades.
Wow.
Yeah, she used double blades.
That's
And they turn their
I didn't
clothes
expect that.
into
Now
them weapons?
the interesting part about
Yeah,
it is that
Okay.
they are supposed to be angels,
What?
yeah.
and so their two counter rivals are devils. That's the listen. When I tell you, when you start watching it,
I
you
can
will
try it
not
out.
stop.
I have to watch it. I have to see
It's
it as a
it's
show.
it's
Yeah.
I gotta see it.
it's
The hell
it's
is this?
ridiculously fun. It's like sit
I
up there,
really
but
need to go watch that again.
during its
Someone
original run,
recommended to me. But I can't remember who.
uh
So when I saw that it was getting a season 2, I was like, "Oh shoot, this is a CM anime." So and so remembered, like
yeah,
recommended it to me. And I was like, "Well, it's on my list. I'll just watch it before season 2 comes out."
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like
that's
that
what I
announcement,
plan to do.
It's
that
I'll watch it
announcement just
before
came
season
out
two
of
comes out.
nowhere.
during its peak, like it's really one of those like very popular animes just because of what it
Yeah.
does.
And that's that
And
trigger animation I
Panty
see.
and Storm.
it does. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you can tell this is
Trigger,
from Trigger. Trigger has a very
Trigger
Yeah.
has they
distinctive
have a
style.
certain color palette that they stick
Yes,
with,
that,
and
Yeah.
it's
that no,
very
no other anime
vibrant.
has.
Yeah,
Mm.
Right, exactly.
Their
So
own
that's
signature animation.
yeah. It's like when I see
Whenever I
color
watch the
palettes, I was
first
like,
one,
"Oh, this
I'll let
Trigger."
you all know.
Yeah.
As soon as I watch the first episode, I'll let you guys know. But between now and the
And
weekend,
I think
I'll
I think Patty and Stalking animation still holds up.
it does.
If
No,
I
it does.
so I think
But that's the thing with
animation
Trigger.
still holds up.
A lot of
Yeah.
Triggers animes hold up very well. Yo, yeah. So Triggers, like I said, Kill la
Yeah.
Kill, Darling and the Franks.
Mm-hmm. Just like yeah.
Little, Little Witch
Wait.
Academia. I don't know if y'all ever watched Little Witch Academia. But that's actually also a
I
very
Yeah.
watched Little Witch
um,
Academia. It's
It
so
was
nice.
so
I love it.
good.
I
it's
know,
really good.
right?
It's really good.
Certainly
Oh,
was
It's one of
me.
those.
Yeah, that's a very good show.
It's one of those.
that
It's
was
one of
so
those.
good.
When you watch it, you want to expect like how it goes. It's like it's one of those like would be
Yeah.
surprised. But you know,
It's
like
like
Studio Trigger.
Harry Potter, but wackier.
Yeah.
Yes. And a way,
I,
that's a good way to
UI
put it.
plays like enlightenment. What's
That's a good
this?
way to put it. And then
You said Harry Potter.
I
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Which is an excellent segue because now we know Marshall, one of Shonen Jump's current series, is also
How
getting
do you
anime.
Shonen.
pronounce that, by the way? Marshall?
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 Marshall. Marshall.
Okay.
That sounds British, right? Marshall.
What? The anime
Like,
police is asking us how something is pronounced?
It's an
This
anime
is
I
shocking.
don't read the series, Ricky. What
Marshall,
the-
yes. But
Oh,
Marshall
God,
is
the
getting
anime
in.
police.
Marshall's getting anime. It's been rumored, now it's confirmed. Is one of Jump's
Mm-hmm.
popular series is also one of the series that's coming to an end. But I'm excited for that. That too is like Harry Potter, but like if Harry was very OP and had like One
People
Punch
will say
Man.
Harry Potter makes One Punch Man.
I know
That's what I said. It's like
Yeah.
That is
it's
true,
very
you
One
know. Like
Piece.
I don't read
It's like
it. I don't read
he's
it, but
very
like
UI
from
know what
looking
you're
at it, you
watching
could
and it's
then.
like
tell.
One Piece. And then one
Because
million
But
you
One
are
Punch.
watching
it's
stuff.
also very funny.
It is.
I read a few chapters, but I
It's
couldn't fully get into it. But I read a few chapters, and it
it
was
is.
actually kind
It
of
is.
funny. It was very
It's
silly.
very enjoyable. It's like it's up and down. It's up and down, but it's a consistent one. Right? So, but I'm actually
Yeah.
pretty interested in seeing that happening. But now, I mean, of course, you know, this is the one that I'm most excited about, and it's like I
Oh
got
god, here we go.
don't suck your
Oh,
teeth.
are you
Don't suck your
excited?
teeth. Because when we talk
I
about
mean,
when we talk about
I wanted to
wait,
succeed, Vicky. I wanted to succeed,
no, but I'm telling
but
you, when we talk about
What?
that next Hunter, I
What's
don't suck my
this?
teeth. When we talk about
Because of
Tagashi coming back, and Tagashi is still writing, by the way. Tagashi is still drawing. Oh yeah, we have to talk about that too. That is another thing. I don't know if we'll be able to get to it this pod
what is
in
new is
regards to that, but
when he said like his hip to do.
yeah, like he literally he
I
has
just say
to sit.
he couldn't wipe his own shit. I
No,
was
like
like, what?
he literally has
Oh
to sit in a certain
no.
position in
With
order for him
Yeah,
to draw.
Oh.
And I'm like,
did he have some type of like back issue or something?
yes,
yes. The
Probably.
Did he have
boxing
like
is
Yeah.
Yeah.
real. The
I
did he
can't
have
draw
boxing
my
just
hair.
is
surgery or
made jokes
something?
and saying he playing game, but
Yeah,
he actually have severe back issues.
I mean
He been
Did he
having
have
it for years.
we do crack
did he
jokes,
have like
Yeah,
but
a
Yes,
no, he
actually.
really,
surgery? Did he
yeah.
have like a surgery or something?
Wow.
I don't know.
Or
we don't
Yeah.
But
know.
he
I think so.
but he basically said he had to find a new way to draw, and that's
Mm.
the
like
way he
this?
said. And I'm like, bro,
That's like I
the,
need to laugh at him.
the thing certain artists do, like to
Wow.
work, is like
Wow,
very
the man in pain.
I didn't think of
Time,
this
and then
I
the
last.
know,
founder,
right?
you
and then
got
the
my
So
founder
baby.
was
hard.
right there. Oh,
You got my
we
baby.
can't
Think
get
of
no
this,
new
this.
chapters. That
Vicky
poor
so
man.
sick.
No,
If Oda was to get sick right now, it's
that's what I'm
over.
saying.
I feel
Like
like
that's why I
the
kind of
founder
respect
was
like
crying out for him though.
that's
Yeah.
kind of why I respect like a lot of new artists now. They're like, my series is gonna be short, and I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy.
Out.
Yeah.
you
I'm
can't
not
take that.
sticking
I
long.
Short
I,
You
and
can't take that.
sweet. Short and sweet.
Out.
yeah,
Because
but
you know the
Short
I
and
love
transplants come with pitchforks when you go
no
in,
for
when you
sure.
decide you want to go on hiatus for a little mental health break and something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
You see the
That's
breakdown
what
that
I
happened when
want.
Oda say I go
That
on a
month
month's break.
break.
A
Yeah,
month?
boy.
What you mean a month, man? A month?
Niggas
A
gone
month?
crazy, bro.
A whole month?
I was trying to
Twitter's
forget that
still
you
in
on a break.
shambles.
You understand? That's 4 weeks.
Yeah,
But
but
Twitter's
those
still in
4 weeks,
shambles.
those
it's the
4
third
weeks
week
go
now,
by
right?
so
Yeah,
quickly.
this should be
No
the third.
way.
It's in the
No
third week.
way.
Yeah.
But all
I
they had
so
is like a
lost in
month.
Vortex.
Time Oda going over so he could go to South Africa so he can supervise the live action show.
Yeah, exactly.
The
And
thing
after
is,
that,
he ain't even taking a break. The man just gonna work on something
something
else.
else.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he just going like,
So it's
I'm
like
gonna
this ain't
go.
even really a vacation for him, but
No.
he's still
I
A
just
working
want to
the
go.
working
whole time.
I want to travel.
workation.
Make sure they doing the right
Workation.
thing over there with the live
Yeah.
action and come back so
Right.
they don't
No,
y'all
because
don't come
he
and
see what they
burn
do
down.
with the
Well,
other
you know,
stuff. He
Right, like so
he don't
y'all
want
don't
them
come and
tarnish
burn
that
down
name.
house. Yeah, y'all don't
He's
come
a
burn house.
boy.
But
Hey,
It's
that's
like Netflix. Listen, Netflix.
Come here,
yes.
come here, come here.
But this
Netflix,
is
come here.
yeah. We talked you real quick. But like I said, this is the perfect segue into another author who I felt like wasn't able to complete the work that he was able to do, because also being very ill, and being at war with the company itself. But we got one of the, in my personal opinion, and this is not even just because my cape flies high for the series, but in one of my personal opinion, one of the best anime trailers that I've seen, for a series, and that's Bleach, with
I know
its,
you're gonna say that.
of
Right.
course, listen, that is,
Mhm.
and
I
that is,
like the first one more with the
oh,
music.
no, I
That was
love,
why.
no, this one, this, bro,
Yeah, lost for words.
that man, the composer, that man, he put his soul into
Oh
that
no, he's
OST.
sick. No, the music wise, nothing
He
touches
put his
Bleach.
soul
I
into
have
that
to give it
OST.
that. I
I
have to
felt
give
like
it
I
that.
was watching a Final Fantasy
Mhm.
trailer. The music blended so well, as like, you didn't even gotta eat there not to show me the action. Just flash the names at me, show me what happening, give me the OST, let me know how this about the sound. The animation looks crisp, the animation looks consistent. I ready to go. And on top of that, it was revealed, Kubo said that he is going to add scenes that he had to cut out from the manga, and the manga is going to have, the anime is going to have the ending in which he originally intended, because that he wasn't able to do, because he was rushing it, because also of being ill, and the fear of him not being able to complete Bleach. So it's like, okay, well, da 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 da, and then of course, him having issues with Jump. But I am just happy that it's coming back. We are going to get,
That Bankai.
better adaptation of it as well. A
Yep.
complete of his complete vision for what he
Mhm.
had for the arc, and I'm just excited to see it happen in fruition. And I cannot wait for October. October is going to be a very great time for anime. Period. After that point, no, for real. Like after from
Yeah,
October
the
I'm just
fall.
onward, it's
The
gonna
just
be.
fall.
here
A lot of
for
things.
Chainsaw Man.
That's T2 Armor too, which we also got news today that is going to be uncensored. So I am waiting patiently. I will be waiting week to week to see the pitchfork and fly, because I haven't read the series. I haven't read the manga. I'm reading the anime.
Right?
I uh,
I,
I
I
just
can't
don't
Twitter
like
the
the
big
say
main
buddy.
character, but I like
Twitter
I
the big
everything
can't
else
buddy.
say
with Chainsaw
I
Man.
know
But
things,
always
and I know, and I
Just
know,
David.
don't,
and
just don't
I
get too attached to characters. They die quickly.
and that's
Wow.
Vicky,
why.
Mm.
What?
Vicky, at the
Chainsaw.
panel today, they asked people who their favorite characters was, and they start barking.
No.
Oh, why you mention that?
No.
Wow.
Chainsaw,
No.
Because my girl, oh, never mind, I can spoil it.
Yung Kuma Baki
Yeah,
now.
Chainsaw, the fuck? Chainsaw Man fans are some of the weirdest fans I've ever seen in my life, and this
What?
is talking about the anime community,
oh,
and that says a
oh,
lot. Y'all
oh,
are weird
oh,
people. Y'all are some weird individuals, man. I don't know what the bargain thing is about, but just know y'all are the reason people is look at anime watchers and be like, wait, what? What the fuck?
Machina
Mhm.
coming for the best girl spot.
But no, but now excited for that, because that looks great too. And then, but I like the fact that they're
Mhm.
keeping it uncensored. It's gonna be, oh, Bleach is also gonna be uncensored. That's another thing. So it's like,
Oh, nice.
well,
Yeah.
Nice.
yes, Bleach is also gonna be so. I like that there, because like, we're holding our stuff. We're going full in. We're diving in.
It's a different era right now.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
make
I
no,
it.
it is.
know.
It is. And
Hold on, wait. Speaking of October, let me ask our two guests, how y'all feel about sports series?
oh god, here we go. All right, I knew we could
Boy,
get there,
Here
but
we
then
go.
we
Here we
here
go.
now.
Okay, but
All right, go ahead.
IQU is the only
okay.
one I can
So
tolerate.
okay, I
Volleyball.
know
IQ?
matter. So
Hey,
stop
That's
hey,
that. I would like to
hey,
also do my
hey,
stuff after
hey,
all right then.
hey. Okay, let's
Hinatas.
talk about it. All right, come on now.
IQ is amazing. We all know that. That's nothing new. We all know that.
Come
That's
on.
a
But
Colossus
Controversial
is my
side.
favorite.
Woo!
but
So IQ,
but what I am here to say to you all today,
Yeah,
The
stop.
he had to
gospel.
preach the word.
what one of the best sports series you will ever see
His Bible in his
is
hand
coming
right
out
now.
in
You can't see
October,
it though.
and it's called
Oh.
Blue Lock.
Like
Mm-hmm.
how
Blue Lock,
AOA, she
put it on
came
my
to put
phone.
Yeah.
Come on,
Blue
man.
football
Lock.
anime on the map.
What's so special about Blue Lock is one of the reasons why people love solo leveling so much. It's the art style.
Okay,
Ooh,
okay.
look at
The
this.
art
You got
style
Speaking of
segue.
soul
is
Come
level,
on
I
so
with
go
the
good.
away, go away,
segues.
go away.
The art style is so good that
Uh,
a lot of people, myself included, were saying we need a studio that can actually perfectly capture how epic this art is. And when they announced that 8-Bit Studio was doing it, I was a little skeptical because I just was like, oh,
You
these
were,
people
you
they
were,
hit
you
and
were,
miss.
you were.
However, at
Yeah.
Anime Expo, they showed the first episode, and they must see use all the money they
Oh my,
make from
oh
that
my
slime
money,
anime,
oh my money
and
money.
they and bro, like when I tell you the animation for this is like top tier, it's top tier, dog. Like
Uh,
this could, if y'all thought Haikyuu was big, just wait for this week. I telling
I,
you, oh my god,
I just
oh
put it,
my
I
I'm
put
god,
it in
start
my
foaming at
phone
the mouth.
already. I put it in my phone already.
I,
So
I
Which
am, I
I
am
ain't gonna
foaming at
lie.
the mouth. I
I'm
am
ready
When
for
foaming
I
at the
which
mouth.
saw
sport
when
is
Like
I
this?
it's
saw the
Soccer?
clip,
Which sport this is?
soccer.
soccer,
Soccer.
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 Okay.
I'm waiting for
sure,
God to
When
pass
but
I
along
but
the
saw the
collection
clip,
plate.
I was like,
it's
"What the
not what
hell?"
you think though. It's not what you think. It's
He's
No,
right though. He's right. It's
no.
not
essentially it's a deconstruction of sports anime. Whereas you know
not
how if you
deconstruction.
like watch like a Haikyuu or a Kuroko no Basket, it's all about the
Destruction.
teamwork,
Uh-huh.
all that stuff. Blue Lock
Uh-huh.
all about individuality and ego.
So like
Like
Prince of
it's
Tennis.
yeah, like it's
Wait,
great. Like this,
that's a good example. That's a
it's
good point.
hard for
yeah,
you. It's hard for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm interested. I'm interested.
I ain't gonna spoil the premise like what I did for April already because I tell the main concept of it.
I mean, if you
But
see
Cause
the
listen, I saw the clips. I saw some clips on Twitter. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Mm.
Because like I wasn't. Because like I know
Look good.
how
Oh,
like
no,
you
look
were
good.
explaining it before, but actually seeing it, I'm like, "Holy shit!" It looks so good.
yeah,
Looks
yeah,
very
yeah,
good. I cannot wait
Blue
for it.
Lock has deeply has the potential to be very big
Okay.
going forward.
Yeah.
But you mentioned another anime in your rant, in your sermon, in your preaching there, which was a certain series that has been requested, has been rumored for years upon years, and now
oh
we
yeah.
officially have confirmation that is happening. We Anime Expo announced that we are going to get the anime for solo leveling finally next year, which is very big. Another very big series,
My man.
anticipated heavily.
Nice.
If you
Go
guys
and
have
tell the
never,
people doing it.
uh, this is the studio behind Sao, and if you don't know that acronym, that is Sword
Okay.
Art
Okay.
Online.
Okay. I can see it.
And not just
Mm-hmm.
that, the director for the recent season, which in my opinion, and I'm looking in the camera when I say this. I know there was a arc. The fairy arc let y'all down with Sao. I know that put a taste in your mouth.
Boy,
I understand. I
taste
Lord,
that
that
get
dick.
it.
fairy arc. That
I
fairy arc.
understand. But the last arc of Sao, the
Talk to
last
these niggas.
season, please, I beg
I
of
was
you,
season
watch it.
one stuff, bro.
That
I
is
can do that dancing and
amazing.
shit on that stuff.
It is great. It is. People need to give that a chance. I know
Javon
Sal is taking a hit, but
What's
people need to give it a
this?
chance. Um,
Yeah.
Alicization.
as I say, yeah,
Yeah, sensation.
Oh,
as I,
SAO?
it's really good. Yeah, Sale,
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Oh.
really
Yeah.
good. Like it was really really good. And so the director for that is the one that's handling solo leveling. So I'm excited. By that
And
alone,
the
I'm excited.
greatest
Hey,
Japanese composer of
the
all time
music.
is doing the
Yes.
music for it.
And then there's that.
Sawano!
I said there's
Hiro
that.
Sawano!
Yuki Sawano, the man who did the music
Sawano!
for Attack on Titan,
Uh,
Seven Deadly Sins,
86.
86,
86.
mm,
um, Legend of the
Yes.
Galactic Heroes, Guilty Crown. I about to say recreators. Bro, this nigga is the goat,
Yeah,
but
Oh,
he is the
damn.
greatest.
obscure
The
list.
king. The
Plenty,
Only the
plenty,
king.
D.
only the
The
only
king.
the elite of
Plenty.
elite anime watchers
Let
knows those
me
anime.
tell you,
That's
solo leveling. Oh my god, my man is coming.
yes, the simping will be at all time
Listen,
levels of
our
Song
unprecedented.
regular viewers
drifting.
know how I feel. Our regular viewers know how I feel about solo leveling. Oh, my man.
But no, it's great. It's great.
My
April
It's
man
great.
is
Champagne in there. He might not like the others.
What?
uh, what happened?
Ah! Well, that's wow. But yes, that's yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. That's why I say like we are in arguably a very very good time of anime right now. Like
Yes,
Oh,
we
Yeah.
are.
I would
Yes,
like to
we are.
correct Omar. Because he's
Oh
oh
no,
no, this is just my
the
personal
sergeant
opinion.
reach.
Ah, okay,
No, it's just that
all right.
he said that most person,
Put your gun low now. Don't put your gun
everybody
too high.
liked Solo Leveling for the art style. I actually liked it for the story.
Ah, talk
Like
to him, Vicky.
it
Talk to him.
could have been
Talk to
gone
him.
any type of way
Talk
for
to
me.
him.
It
This
was
story
about the
is so
story.
friggin' good.
How?
I don't
Listen,
think that Solo
listen,
would have
I
been as
sit there.
popular if it wasn't for the art style.
Popular, but
Yeah.
I
I
don't
liked it
know. I
for
don't
the
agree with that.
story.
I don't agree with that. I think Solo
The
would have
story is
definitely
I
good.
done
think
well.
it was
I
done
might
good.
I
It
be
thought
a
was
the
simp.
story
I
accepted
was
might
as
be a
pretty
much.
good.
simp for hunt. I might be a simp for homeboy all day long, but the story is very good. Like I also sticked
Yeah,
around for the
Listen,
story.
I
That's
don't
the
like the
story. The
ending.
story is also the
and then
story
I didn't even know because
I
because
think let's wait until
Yeah.
the epilogue and stuff come out before we judge the ending.
well, I was gonna say yeah.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
Yeah.
like
judge
it.
it now. I'm gonna judge
Yeah,
it now
I
because
didn't like how it ended too
he
much
didn't make
either.
that announcement until later. I do not like the ending of Solo Leveling,
Yeah,
and because
I
of
didn't like.
that, I
I
think I
wasn't a
gave
I
it
big
a
yeah.
agree.
fan.
7 out of 10.
I
I
agree.
If the
didn't like it.
ending
I
was
didn't
a
like
little
it.
bit
That's
I
better,
fair.
then
feel like it
That's
was
fine.
fair.
But
Seven is spot
I
on.
it's
feel
That's
a
like it
fair.
was.
very
yeah.
weird ending.
It was very
Seven
weird.
is
Yeah.
spot on.
Yeah.
We
That's
Yeah.
didn't
It
fair.
get
felt it felt
a
rushed.
Yeah.
Something
resolution.
was going
That
Yes,
was my
on.
it
biggest
felt
thing.
very
We didn't get
Because
rushed,
enough.
I
and there
Yeah.
was
feel like
so
I
much
feel
more
like
could have
it,
happened.
Yeah.
yeah.
To the point, I feel like he
Yeah.
had to come
I
back
feel
and
like
say,
it was a
"Hey,
cop
I'm
out as
doing,
Hey,
I'm
I'm
doing
well.
doing
stories, I'm
exactly.
doing
That's
stories
Right.
for other
exactly what I
characters," and
felt. Like
like I feel like he had to do that
he had to
because
come
Yeah.
it
back and
wasn't,
say, "Oh,
Yeah.
he's
it wasn't,
gonna do
a,
this,"
yeah,
because he
You,
knew the
you,
ending was trash. Like
yeah,
that
it
was
wasn't, it
so
Yeah.
wasn't a good
yeah.
sucky.
resolution in a way. But up to
It
that
Like,
point,
was.
it
I'm
was
so
really
mad
good.
It
he had to
was.
stay till the epilogue. No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like he
yeah,
knew that the
Yeah,
ending
No.
was
before the
worse,
ending.
so he
Before the
came back
ending.
to be like, "Okay,
Before
this is
The
what's going to
reason
happen."
the reason why I said that is because I knew beforehand that there was more to the
how,
ending.
how,
Because Solo Leveling it
how,
was a web comic. It
but how you know
wasn't
how?
because I knew that from people who read it.
Who's
no,
reading
We
that?
all
None of
read
us
the
did.
I,
same thing. What we
No,
reading from?
I meant people who read the web comic. That's what I meant.
Hey, getting dark
There's
outside.
a
To go
source
fight some crime.
material. The guy who doing
Uh,
the webtoon, he
yeah.
just redrawn it based off of the source material.
Yeah, boy.
It's like
Oh,
a
you know
light
from
novel. It
the
was a
light
light
novel. Oh, you
novel
mean the
first
light
basically.
novel?
It's like a
Oh, I
light
know.
novel. Yeah,
So you're saying
yeah,
the light novel had more?
oh,
Is what you're trying to
yeah,
say?
yeah. And that's
Okay,
why
that's what you
when
need
he
to
didn't
say.
do the
I
rest
agree
of it, I was
with that.
confused. I was like,
We
there's
reading the
more
same
Omar.
though.
thing.
There's
Okay,
Omar.
gotcha.
supposed to be
Omar.
more.
Omar.
All
Why you
right.
the same start with that? Why you?
Like,
Thank
cause I
you,
trying to
because
figure out what we read
I
that he
thought y'all
read.
knew that
you do
there was a
know
source material.
No,
You
I
were
knew there was a light
insane.
novel. I just didn't know
yeah,
that the light novel
I thought the
extended
light novel was
beyond
finished. I thought,
where
yeah.
the web to.
It
Right,
is finished.
exactly.
That's
I
what I
thought that
mean.
was no, but
because
I
a
Yeah.
lot of people call webtoons and webcomics the same thing. So you need to be more specific.
yeah. So I was
Okay.
like, all right,
Okay. All right. All
all
right.
right,
My bad. My
okay,
fault.
all right. That's it.
Anime police. You got to police him.
My fault.
The sergeant
My
reach.
fault.
Quelly
Oh
was
my
insane.
god. But no,
Yeah.
He's
no.
a
But
corporal, boy.
Solo is good. Solo is great.
Yeah, I
Like I
enjoyed
said,
it. I
like,
do
and
feel
I
Quite.
don't
for
like
Quelly. Like,
overpowered characters that
At
much.
all. At
So
all.
for me, for me to like this
But they
meant like
did
it
it
was really
so
good.
well.
yeah,
Right.
They
I,
did
Yeah.
look,
so
Oh,
well.
yeah. I'm
he
gonna
wasn't even my favorite character.
Journey.
Like
um
after
um
seeing him shirtless a couple of times, I was like, okay, cool. But I was expecting everybody else.
Quelly get
oh
Listen,
oh man,
you know,
man.
he also looks good in a suit. He looks damn fine in a suit. Sorry.
The
you
sympathy,
know what you get,
the sympathy artists get. The artists
boy.
get.
Oh God.
Little bit of you put a
Wow.
little bit of simping in the
I
discussion
telling
and see how
you.
this go.
I
Look at
telling
them, but
you.
no, it's good, it's good.
That's
No,
Um,
funny.
I enjoyed it though. I think Quelly is spot on with the ranking for 7 or 10 for
no,
sure.
yeah,
The
because
ending,
the end it
for
was
sure.
like I said after that final arc
Yeah, the
started. I
ending.
think it kind of was like, all right, all right. It didn't have the same impact and same excitement as
Yeah,
previous
it didn't.
arcs.
And
And
Um,
it
I
built me up
waited
so
until like it
much.
built up, and I
yeah,
was
Yeah,
like, you know what, I'm gonna read all of this one time,
yeah,
and I actually
Mhm.
said like, dang, that's how this
yeah.
end. I was like, dang,
yeah.
this how you ending this?
Mm.
This also feels like, you know, near the ending too. It almost feels like they were just like drifting or stalling for something, and then
Kind of,
Yeah. I thought
they
Yeah.
just
something
gave
more
us
was going
that.
to happen.
Yeah, it
kind of,
felt like a
Yes.
yeah.
stall. Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
like a stall, or like they're just like, okay, we don't know what we're gonna do at the most, so we're just gonna let him float like in that place for a while, and all of a sudden, boom, he comes back.
Yeah.
And the way that he comes back, it's like,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. What it
I
really
feel like
felt
they
like.
didn't flesh that out properly.
Yeah.
No.
What, no. What
Go
did it
on, El.
feel like? It did remind me of like how the Great Shinobi War ended, where it was a huge
Mm,
build up, a lot of anticipation, a lot of
yeah.
expectations, and then they just hit a
Mhm.
left, and then they just keep going that way. That's how this one felt. I feel like
Yeah.
once he got to the point where he met the architect, the
Uh,
story just started to like, okay,
Yeah.
we meet Ashton.
yeah.
Okay, I guess this is
Yeah.
the end game now. It's finished. It's finished already.
Yeah.
So it was like
I got you.
everything up till that point was fleshed out so well. You
Yep.
expected a
Mhm.
lot.
Hmm.
So knowing that there is more source material makes complete sense because I thought that was a horrible way to end it. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cluster
Yeah.
in that ends. Um, but to end off the big announcement from Anime Expo, we did get to see a bit. Well, I would say get a bit. We got to see a promo of Mob Psycho season 3, and I think they played the opening for it. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played the opening for it.
Oh, I did not.
Really get
I
a
did not see that.
No,
yeah.
I see
Mob,
that neither.
Mob was able to get his thing. So
Yeah. It supposedly got leaked, but I didn't get to hear it. So I'll have to look for that.
I didn't look for it. I mean, I don't. I generally wait for the season to come up before I end the opening of it. But yeah.
Mhm.
But but before we get into this next discussion, El, Davaughn,
Yep.
I'd
Yep.
like you guys
See,
to talk.
senor.
Yes, to talk about yourselves, man. Talk about what you guys do. Talk about what BEY Entertainment is
But it's
and what
literally
people
what it's
look out for, man.
it's literally what it sounds like.
Two ways with
BEY,
entertainment.
correct way to spell boy, by the way. I know y'all out there say BEI. I don't know where y'all get this from.
Yeah.
BUIBEH. I don't
There
know.
you
I don't
go.
know. I don't know what they's be doing in
Yeah,
Freeport, but
man.
we need to
I
set
just
some
want to
things
say
straight.
Freeport got some stuff going on over there in Freeport. Y'all always put mayonnaise in
Where
y'all
things
punk
to be
salad.
going on over there?
Y'all put mayo
Wait,
in y'all punk salad or something. I know what's going on over there.
I
Yeah.
know.
Uh,
But it's literally Benjamin entertaining y'all. We entertain you guys. It's 3 times a week. Wednesdays are fight night. Saturdays is usually like a
not
shooter
the
or
fight
some other.
nights.
Yeah, fight
Fight
nights
club.
where you
Mm-hmm.
Fight
get
club.
Mm-hmm.
all rushed.
All
Hey,
hands
Brawlhalla,
welcome.
whatever it is. Sunday ends up being like a variety night. It all depends how we feeling. Recently we've been playing a lot more One Piece. If you guys haven't
A
heard,
lot of
bro,
One
yep,
Piece.
I
A
love it.
lot of One Piece.
If we don't stream it, we still play it
Ooh.
every other day for sure. I'm a Zoro fanboy. This is what it is.
God who
but
As,
saw.
as,
Y'all
as we can
already
tell
know.
from your phone
Y'all
case.
already know. Y'all already know.
As,
it didn't
as, we,
phone
as we
case.
can tell. As we can tell.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. Barely could see it, but there you go.
Impressive.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bruce Wayne. But yeah, Leroy, give you all the links to the socials, all that good stuff. We got a lot of good stuff there. It talks for itself, to be honest with you. It talks for itself. So definitely tune in, check us out. I'm sure Kuma knows will add some links and stuff to this, and we could
Yes, yes,
take it from
yes.
there.
All
Yeah,
right, all right,
man.
all right, all
Aside
right.
from the stream though, we do the YouTube videos too.
Oh,
We just documenting whatever, but like we like talking about anime, tech, comics, games, like whatever it is, whatever
Ooh.
we
never
feel like
nigga
talking
shit.
about, whatever we talk about in the party chat, we just record it and then post that up, most likely.
Definitely. And we
But
always talking some garbage.
we always
Always.
talking some mess. But it's pretty much just chilling with your boys, but it's just kicking it with your boys, talking shit, talking about games, talking about
Yep.
anime, having these same arguments. Y'all probably just have on this every week.
We
Mm-hmm.
got a few arguments up too. We got some I think it was a Sparta versus the Akatsuki. We did a big argument that
What?
earlier. Yeah, we did that
What?
last
That's
year.
Yeah,
all lit.
yeah,
Double
That's
check it.
What?
all lit.
And you want to invite me?
yeah.
What?
Wow.
That's what,
Because I got some
every-
things. I got some things
Look,
to say.
we could
look.
always revisit
I got
last.
some hot takes to let out.
we
Anyway, we can
see
save
we
that.
no
We
we
can
could
save that.
revisit it, but
We
We can
have to
save that.
revisit
it
that.
was pretty conclusive by the end
We
of
have
it.
to
You could
revisit that.
Mm-hmm.
more than likely you could assume it was a pretty one-sided fight, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for take a guess. Take a
It's
Yeah,
guess.
take
Your
obvious
a
first
who
guess.
would
guess is
win
gonna
this
be
one.
right.
It's
Your first
obvious who
guess
would
is
win this
gonna be
one.
right. It's a very one-sided fight.
And we fleshed this all the way out.
We
I mean,
fleshed this
yeah, let's,
completely out. We
yeah.
did 1v1s. Boy, I think the Akatsuki might have had 3 people survive.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
might
That's
have.
what I need to.
Yeah,
All right.
Might have had three
All
people
right.
survive.
I
Okay.
It was
Because
it's so one sided. It
Because,
was
like I said,
ridiculous.
some
honestly,
discussions gotta be
Mhm.
had. But
honestly,
Yeah,
I can
I
talk.
yeah.
was
I can talk to them yet though. I can
no,
wait.
for sure. But
I
just
can
know,
wait. I
I went
can
in
let the
open mouth
anime
and
come out first, and then I can be back.
I went in
I got things to
hoping
let
that
off my chest.
Akatsuki was gonna win, and I was like,
No
whoa. When I
sir.
started to put down the fuck, it's like, wow,
No sir.
okay, no,
The
no,
Espadas are different.
no, they build
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Espadas
yeah. We learned
are
that. We definitely
Yeah,
different.
we
learned
learn
that from that
how to it.
research. We learned that.
But like I said, we got a lot of stuff like that on the channel. So just check
Uh,
us. So give these boys a follow, a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
At boy
nice.
ENT 242. All the links could be
Oh
there,
no,
man. You can
we
find
got the
us. Fuck
socials
with your
on there. We
boys.
Woo.
got it there. We got it
Yes,
there. We
sir.
got it there. But
Mhm.
so the perfect segue into another great big debate of a versus that's raged on in the community for quite some time, and that one involves two very mega and I can guess influential pieces of work in the shouting community: One Piece and Hunter X Hunter.
Yeah, boy.
Gods in battle.
That's the two sides. The two sides. I don't know where should I say. Omar, would you like? I feel well. Omar's been
Well,
itching.
we all
He's a
know
manga
what
lover.
Ma's going to
Y'all,
Yeah.
say.
Omar's been
hold
itching, so
on.
I feel like I should let him begin. Go. What's that?
I
What's that?
want both of y'all to go so I could see where y'all stand,
Oh
and
no,
then I
I'm
could
saying
come
I'm
in
gonna let
because
Omar. I let Omar.
I in the
And
middle, but
That's why I'm
I
gonna let Omar
yeah,
go first. I'm gonna let
hey,
him go.
yeah.
before we get
all right,
started, too,
so
just
So
you want me
essentially,
to state why Hunter is peak showing? That's what you want me to do?
yeah.
hold on, hold on. Before you get started, just a disclaimer
Compared
real
to
quick.
no
Mm,
to One Piece.
I am
uh
not a big Hunter person. I've watched it. I
huh.
That's
definitely
fine.
enjoyed it. I just want to make sure put it out there before Omar gets started because you can get me a little sideways. But I'm a big One Piece fan. I actually watched the series to really appreciate it. But it's pretty good. But go ahead. I just want to make sure put it out there before you get started.
Uh,
Mhm.
All right, I can preface this by saying one thing.
Mhm.
But my biggest form of praise that I could give to One Piece is that in terms of world building
Mhm.
and world building only,
Mhm.
there isn't any single shonen on this planet that could see One Piece in that one aspect.
That's facts.
uh-huh.
Like what Oda has done with that entire world and how he has linked everything together, like is unmatched. Like
Mhm.
he been doing this for how much years? 20 years. Like it's crazy. I'll give
You know what I mean?
him that. But in terms of primarily antagonists, there's nobody in the shonen game who could do it better than Togashi. I don't even have to Yu Hakusho because we ain't talking about Yu Hakusho. I keep it with Hunter x Hunter. You got niggas like Meruem. You got niggas like Hisoka.
Mhm.
You got niggas like Crollo Lucifer. I don't know if you all read the manga, but
Mhm.
currently
Yes.
there's a
Yes. Yes.
the third wait
Succession
who the
War.
Successional, yeah.
yeah hold on is the guy name begin with T. I can't pronounce it. I think he
The
is the
fourth
third
prince.
prince or the
The
Fourth
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 prince.
prince.
Yeah,
prince.
Fourth prince.
yeah, the fourth prince.
What's his name?
I can't pronounce it. Too. Yeah,
Sir,
yeah, that nigga.
something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, you got niggas like
Maniac.
him.
Maniac. Maniac.
Yeah, you
Let
got
me know when I need to
Parson.
meet y'all. Because
Oh,
I
oh
Oh,
watched
yeah,
I just
Vicky,
gotta move.
Vicky is
I'm
currently
on
watching it.
episode 100. I
Yeah.
don't want any
So
Yeah.
spoilers.
don't
So let me
don't go.
know. Like,
Yeah.
say
Don't make it
spoilers so I
crazy.
can meet
Oh,
y'all.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Vicky can also
yeah.
add into like where he is like
Thank you for that heads up because I was
Hunter.
gonna go in.
Yeah.
I was gonna go
So,
into. I totally forgot.
He's going to spill all
but
them beans. So
let's keep it anime. Let's keep it anime. Let's keep it anime a bit.
All right.
But go ahead.
Oh, if it's a manga
That
spoiler, then
works
fine.
too. That works too.
If it's a manga spoiler, then fine. But if it's an anime spoiler, I haven't seen it yet.
All right. I'm
I'm
gonna go
currently on
into
episode
the.
100, and that's where I
I'm
am.
not gonna
Uh,
go into the Succession one, the Dark Horse and
yeah,
stuff. I
because
ain't
that
get
just
into that
spoiled some
yet.
of the stuff from before too.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, let's just
like
stick
I
because what
said,
we know. Because
Okay.
we
like,
don't know if
I do
the
plan
anime
to
is
read it
ever going
myself.
to get a continuation
Yeah,
at this
I
point.
do want to read it myself too. So that'd be
Boy.
great. Because
But
I've
all
yeah,
been
right,
trying
my
to get it.
bad. I apologize
Come
for
on, you good, you good, you good.
breaking up
you good.
stuff, but yeah,
I can forget
so
about that
yeah,
by next week.
yeah. So you have those antagonistic type of characters.
Mhm.
Another aspect of it is with the side characters themselves.
Mhm.
Killua. like where
Big.
his character start. You said what you say?
I said big.
She said big.
You know he like 12, right?
That don't stop them women on Whale
I
Island.
want to say
Oh
that.
boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, going the
Anyway,
same age, and he been around the block.
Boy.
that's
Never.
true. That's true.
What was the title of
That's
our, of
true.
our show last week? Never Too Young.
Never too young. See,
Wow.
this is right,
Let
y'all.
me stop.
This is
Let
right.
me
This
That's
is
how
right,
stop.
y'all.
everything
Let
is
me
just
stop.
come full circle on this podcast.
This is right,
It's
y'all.
Hey,
amazing.
hey, that's
This
like
is
one.
right, y'all. This is
That
right,
is
y'all.
I
It's
think if
amazing.
Omar can watch incest anime, I mean hentai, then
This
Killer can
powerful.
Hold on,
chime
hold
in.
on, hold
It's
on, hold on,
powerful.
hold on, hold on. They're not biologically
For
related.
for that reference,
Boy.
everybody, reference back to our hentai episode. Thank you.
Never.
There you
That's
go.
hilarious.
There you go. But continue, Omar. Continue.
That's
That's
neither
nothing.
here nor there. We don't gotta go there. Anyway, so
I'm kidding, Omar.
side side
Hey, who's the Dark Knight Patrol? All right.
Continue. We only got so much minutes left. Go. Continue.
all
We gotta
right,
get
yeah.
to it.
I can run through it. Side characters, Killua, Kurapika, Leorio, Jane, Netero, so and so, all have immense depth to their characters. Um, Togashi's character work in general is just staying in, like in my opinion. Like the amount of detail and and time that he spends with these characters is unlike anything I've ever seen in shonen.
Hmm.
Um, in terms of the themes of the story, Togashi sticks to all of his themes pretty on the nose, and he dives deeper into more mature themes. Like I think one of my most favorite character studies that he has done with the series is with Gon, because I know a lot of people don't rate Gon as a protagonist. They think that he is boring and he one
Oh
dimensional,
no,
but
he's quite complex.
yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. And I noticed this from a video that I watched on YouTube called "The Morality of Gon Freaks." He is a very twisted kid.
Oh, it's still on YouTube.
Very,
Like,
very, very,
like
very.
a lot of these shonen protagonists is trying to save everybody. If you don't serve no purpose to Gon and his friends, he don't give a fuck about you. And And what made me really appreciate his character more was in the Chimera Ant arc, and I can't say why because Vicky is still watching
Oh
it.
yeah, sorry, that's the arc that I'm in now.
Yes. But there's something that happens in this arc involving Kite
Yeah,
and Neferpito
yeah.
Peak,
and Komugi
peak.
that turned Gon into Gon did some things that I've never seen a shonen protagonist ever do in
That a
my life.
child would never do.
Oh, was that who was controlling Kite?
Yeah, Neferpito.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But basic,
Boy.
like I wish I could say this, but I can't say it.
I
But
can
let
mute
let
you. Go say it.
yeah, mute me,
I'm
mute
gonna
me.
mute it. Yeah.
I muted now. I good. I good. She got
Yeah,
it.
you should be
Okay.
good.
I think
Yeah.
so.
All right.
Gone threw away his life
Yep,
out of revenge.
yep,
Solely.
Like he did
Yep.
not
yep.
care about anything. All he wanted to do was kill this gal.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
He threw away his dream of seeing his father. Like there isn't a single shonen protagonist who would throw away his goal over something like this. Way.
Hmm.
no remorse.
None at all.
Yep.
Way.
Wait,
Like
that soccer kick. Wait, I seen it right now. Wait, if she was
bruh,
pregnant,
Yeah, but that one's gone. That one's gone. That one's
that's
gone.
gone literally. Wait,
And that's just one instance. That stuff was
that's one.
hinted throughout the entire
yeah,
series.
no, for sure.
It
Yeah.
was hinted
It was
throughout the
the
entire
build up throughout the
series.
entire series,
Hmm.
and it peaked at this moment. And when you
Uh,
doing that to your main character, like
One of your main
you stupid,
characters.
bro. You stupid. You stupid. Like Togashi, he just on another level entirely. Now, in terms of world building, the world is generally simple because Togashi he isn't as fantastical as let's say Oda is, because Oda would have like a lot of fantastical elements with every island that we go on. Like I think like my favorite island in terms of like the fantasy aspect would have to be Fishman Island. Like I just love like that whole thing how it's
Universe.
based on Atlantis and everything. Like it's just so cool.
Mm,
But
I feel you.
um yeah, like I think in terms of characters, themes, um fight scenes is the well Hunter fight scenes ain't really flashy like
Why can't you ask me later?
we losing me.
I wonder
Oh,
enough.
he's gone.
Music.
Yeah,
Too much,
yeah,
too
Oh
much
my.
preaching.
yeah.
Oh
Pass the
Lord,
phone dead. Pass the phone dead.
I want to say they should pass the down while
No.
he's preaching good.
Yeah.
Oh
They should
Lord.
pass the down while he's preaching
Unspoken
good.
word.
Oh Lord.
Oh
What
my
I what
God, which is
what
Oh
I mean, honestly, we may not have actually enough time to really go in depth with this talking, but
I want a part two.
This what I wanted to talk
I
about,
know.
man.
We need a part
Which,
two.
which means I would to say, which means it's definitely going to be a part two for this, where we go straight into
yeah.
this
I know
and the
I'm sucking the
goodness of
right
this.
now. I sure
Well,
as
Mom
hell
Um,
and
probably
die.
needed some water
and I
anyway.
did.
Talk for so long.
Oh
Yeah.
my, oh man, Omar is
Y'all,
definitely. So we definitely gonna have a part two of
Yep.
this. Oh my, where you
Oh,
going?
y'all,
See, yep,
y'all
they
think
gone, they
Omar
yeah.
gone,
still
Phone
still
die.
they gone.
some
Ah my.
he just
Yeah, Omar,
you know, he
some,
just
His
Omar
eyes still
somewhere.
closed.
To this,
His
to
eyes
this very,
closed.
to this
Hey,
very
bro,
day,
I ain't gonna
Omar is
lie,
still
boy.
preaching.
I ain't
Omar
gonna
is still
lie,
preaching
though.
to this very day. Is he still preaching? Again, I thought we won't do it again. We couldn't do that. I know that was the conversation of the topic, but definitely gonna be part two, and you guys is gonna have. I'm going to have you guys back. I'm going to have you
Yeah,
guys
man,
back.
definitely. We need to get into
Definitely,
this. And it
definitely.
gives me time to still dive back into what I need to dive into. So I'm definitely defending
Oh,
One Piece. Just ending it
oh,
there
me too.
for
I
y'all.
was ready. I was, and that's the thing. I
I
was
was
ready.
like,
I
I
read.
was hearing,
I heard you.
I
I heard you.
hear the
But I
voice
have
of
some
all
things
day.
to say.
You hear the
See,
voice of all day.
I
I
hearing you. But I got some things to say
Yeah.
because
both anime for me is 1 and 2. So
I got my thing is
I
my thing is
Oh,
but
oh,
Pass the
God.
we
back.
Omar was just saying that
he has
unfortunately
returned.
we're going to have
Past
we're
us
going to have to end.
return.
But we're going to have a part two of this because I do want Davaughn and Elle's input onto this discussion. But I was gonna say my only thing, and which kind of started this off, was that I feel you can't really stock the two simply because not because Hunter isn't great to what it is now, but because Oda has been consistent day in and day out.
fair.
We know his work up this point, and he's
We
preparing to
know, we
end,
know what it is.
and we know that he has been able to deliver. We don't know. We haven't gotten off the ship yet. We hadn't gotten into the Dark Continent. We don't know where Tagashi is going. Now,
Mm-hmm.
benefit of the doubt tells us from Tagashi's work that hey, he's going to deliver, but we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet.
Man,
While we know what Oda, up to this point, Oda has given us gold. He is giving us
20 years of shit, bro.
everything week after week.
Hey,
He's given us world building. He is taking us on a journey of characters in which we have fallen in love with.
Yep.
We are excited to see, read about. We feel like we are a part of this crew. And I feel like when you can do something like that with your work, you've done a phenomenal job.
And
Like when you make people feel like they are a part of something
yep,
that
yep.
is
mm-hmm.
fictional,
yeah.
you've done a phenomenal job. So when you said like only world building, I
Like,
kind of disagree.
yeah.
I think it's more than this
It
world
could
building.
it could it could still be argued though.
I could no,
It could still be argued.
it could, but I have a big
I mean,
disagreement.
let
But
me say this, Kuma. To me, I know you talk about the side characters to do.
yeah,
The way Oda builds his characters, it's like everybody's almost like a main character for me in some way, shape, or form. So, like I said, we
Mm,
can get into this a little later.
we could get into it, but
yeah,
we can
yeah,
part two.
I
yeah.
I
Because
have
because
I have
that
my
part
own piece of criticism
specifically,
in terms of that.
That's
Hunter Hunter
important.
Yeah,
kind of does
That,
better. But we
Okay,
can get to
okay,
that in the
I
next
got
one.
you.
okay,
I got
We can
you.
yeah,
get to that in the
yeah,
next
ladies
one.
and
yeah,
gentlemen,
yeah.
We can get to
listeners
that in the next one.
and viewers, there's going to be a part two to this podcast.
Omar, they trying to
There's
jump
going
you.
to
While you was
I
I
didn't
gone,
know
they
know.
talk
me.
about
I
jumping
didn't.
you.
They waited till I was gone to start talking.
I was like, no,
Hey, Omar, I love the show. This
I
thing
let you
right
get your
here.
stuff off, bro.
I love
I
to
let you get your
always
stuff
make
off.
sure the people see this. Just no, I coming for you. I coming for you.
But
Okay,
I let you take your
Just
stuff
no.
off. Bro. Listen, when
Way.
you preach, then you do what you got to do. I just saying, like bro, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
until next time, guys. Like I said, there's going to be a part two to this. I'm going to dub this part one. Bay X, Bay X Otaku Part One. See, that's style. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Bless, bless, bless,
yeah.
bless, bless, bless,
And we're
bless.
gonna
This is
have you
fun.
guys back
I
with
thought
us.
it was timed. Is it
What's that?
pronounced X or is it
No,
time?
it's,
It was
it's
like a
no
time.
the X is silent. It's just
It's
Hunter Hunter.
Oh, yeah, that's like his five
I
Yeah.
mean,
Spot
I
family.
mean, how
when you do it in the
hold on,
title and stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
that is,
Javon was saying,
well, I
but
just say X.
Quilly,
Probably was
you should
X,
ask
X.
Quilly.
yeah.
That's a question you ask off the screen.
But you don't want to be like, bro, she put you on
I
blast.
did.
Stuff
And
it right
I
now. Stuff it.
all
did.
situations like, bro, it's come on.
Hey, the X is whatever you want it to be. The
Yeah,
X is
They
whatever
say
you
it.
want it to be.
Like, why we gotta do all of that?
yeah,
Jesus, we gotta shame me from the people. We gotta shame us and get
yeah, yeah.
God damn, because
That's
it's
crazy.
been episode 39 of the Otaku Summit. We had Bay Entertainment, like I said, they will be back. We will be back again to continue this hot topic, which is probably
Definitely.
going to shake this pod and have a very deep argument that is probably going to unfold. So this has been the teaser, the preview, the little snippet of what's to come. So until next
Definitely.
time, guys, remember follow us on our Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Hit us up in the Discord to chat and everything. And until and we do this, guys. We do this every end of every pod. This is the Otaku Summit, and we are derived from ninjas of the Okage Summit. We have to end the pod in the most appropriate way. So after every pod, we say a poof because we just disappear.
Oh, I thought we had to do hand signs or something,
No,
but
no,
I was
no,
about to say
Oh,
because I was ready either way. I just want to know what to
Stay
expect.
ready. Gotta stay ready. Now we don't have the budget yet to to actually poof and disappear yet, but working on that, working on that. But
Uh,
till then, we just say it and we just end enthusiastically. So
Couldn't agree.
yeah, let's get yourself ready. So like I said, this has been the end of the Otaku Summit, and until next time, guys, we will see you later. Poof.
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 poof.